Today we're going to talk about people and their interaction with the earth. I'm going to go through a few definitions so that you have this terminology for when we get further into the unit. First, diversified. When I talk about a population or a community being diversified, it means they have a variety of economic activities. So they're not just, everyone in the community is not working at a primary industry or a secondary industry, there's a combination of the different levels of industry. Greenbelt. Greenbelt is space protected by legislation from urban development. This is areas of land that is protected by the government from future development. And it's normally parks, or you'll see pathways. It's usually maintained by the city, and you're not allowed to build on it. Megalopolis. This is a mega city. This usually happens when two or more cities, as they develop and grow, they actually grow into each other and end up combining and creating a megacity or a megalopolis. Imprint. An imprint is a mark on our physical environment. So as we develop a country or a community in the land, we permanently put an imprint on the land. It's never the same after we've developed it and built on it or used it for natural resources. Land use conflict, a disagreement over land use. This comes down when there are two groups or more than two groups who are at conflict about what a piece of land should be used for. The conflict may be because of the things that are going to be beside each other. It wouldn't be good. For example, having a school next to a highway. Those two land uses wouldn't be effective. It's not safe for the students in the school to be next to such a busy road. Official plan. A plan created by a municipal government for future development. Now, when we're creating cities and communities now, there's an official plan. It's not just, let's put houses over here, let's put a business over here. There's a plan, there's a lot of work and thought that goes into it. They take a lot of issues like movement and population, natural resources, and the environment into account. So the government comes up with an official plan, and normally they ask the citizens in that area for their feedback about where they decided to put certain things within their community. It doesn't always mean that the official plan is what it starts out as. It doesn't mean that that's always what it's going to end up with when it starts to develop. A zoning bylaw. Laws determining type and amount of future development. This is a word that we hear a lot, these bylaws. And these are rules that are created by our municipal, local government, or higher levels of government surrounding how we can use our land. What types of buildings can go in certain areas and how much development can happen in a certain area. Because there has to be a balance between the environment and development. Settlement patterns. How people organize themselves in a region. We talked a little bit about this in Unit 1, where when people are settling into an area for the first time, where is it that they mostly reside? There are different patterns that they will sometimes take, and we'll talk a little bit about that in a future video. Site. Site is the physical features of the area. So is there water there? Natural resources are there? Is it flat? Is it hilly? Basically the land formations, the makeup of the physical ground, the physical features. Situation. Position of city in relation to human features. So not physical features that are naturally there, naturally part of the Earth's surface, but human features. So if a city is developed, a settlement is developed near a roadway, major transportation because it needs to go somewhere for work. If it's situated close to an urban center or other cities, that's its situation. And urban sprawl. It's the expansion of urban into rural areas. So it's that sort of initial settlement that develops faster and becomes an urban region, and then it runs out of space and it begins to expand, and it starts to expand into the surrounding rural areas.